God up above who looked down and he saved me. This is for my warriors who in basic training. This is for my fighters who are out here fighting bravely. This is for the infantry. This is one for anyone who really got love for this country. Yeah, and if you don't, there's really nothing you can say that would make me not love the USA. This is one for anyone with full metal jackets. We the best country that is on the map. And this is for my jarheads that were fighting Taliban. This is for my troops that were sent to Afghanistan. This is for the men at arms who defend our homes and prevent our harm. This is for the men who fight brutal wars out in uniform. I'm glad I was born. I was born in the USA, and I'm proud of my country. So tell them boys to come on home. I want to see that flag wave. I was born in the USA, and I'm proud of my country. So tell them boys to come on home. I want to see that flag wave. So tell them boys to come on home. I want to see that flag wave.
Okay, mods, I hope you have
look at it tomorrow or tonight when we get home.
They call me offensive, controversial. So they do change, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message cause I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, right. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't wanna talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope is pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. When you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flag say? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to offend you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you can find the police, but there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would they do? Let's just keep it real facts, don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats, I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic, don't be a wap. Dog, it's a Yamaka, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs, look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You going to prison, I'm on television. Dog, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. People download this, let's get a Billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to offend you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you can find the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would they do? Let's just keep it real facts, don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim, well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad, you sad, you sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to offend you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you can find the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would they do? Let's just keep it real facts, don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you.
Hi, honey. Oh my goodness. How are you? Good. Hi, Roger. Happy Valentine's Day.
Stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing. This is a left-wing problem.
Well, they stole the election right in front of our eyes. So how y'all claiming to be woke and get you all for their lies? I think it's time to rise, do or die. You gotta choose sides. I'm a patriot, that means I swallow blood before my pride. I don't play about my freedom and the troops that have died for this beloved country while you was all comfy inside. They would never tread on me, that's why my boots always tied. These stars and stripes my gang colors, and I'm ready to ride. Cause if you don't stand up for something, you will fall for anything. You're some puppets, they the puppet masters pulling your string. The Biden's got ties to China, and that can't be denied. Mills and hard drives, they sold us out, this shit is a crime. But you won't hear a thing about it on your mainstream news. It's only fuck Donald Trump with your mainstream view. But I refuse to be the dude, you gotta show me the proof. Cause I'm not seeking popularity, I'm seeking the truth. That's right. Locked and loaded, ready for a civil war. Don't try to tread on me or threaten me, cause I will roll. And now that we stand divided, we fall. But happy y'all have got it fucked up if it's on, then it's on. We proud boys ready for a civil war. Y'all don't really wanna go. And now that we stand divided, we fall. But happy y'all gon' get fucked up, we gon' ride to this song. Man, I'm so tired of the slander, the fake news and propaganda. Rolling with some proud boys, I'm the respected commander. I'm not lying when I say Joe Biden should be in the slammer. In a cell right next to Hillary. Hold up, cut the cameras. Right into bandana on my face just like a bandit. Maga hat bang to the left, you so think better just mind your manners. Fuck a hand out, I'm a work for miles and fuck you Bernie Sanders. This Hispanics for Trump, I know you liberals cannot stand us. How they go.
Hey everybody.
They mocking the democracy, deep state Illuminati. They don't rock with communism.
Uh-oh. I haven't, I just heard the last one and it reminds me real quick because I was in conversation before.
No, it's her.
Hey Nikki.
Where's yours? This one. Oh, but you're borrowing the light? No, I got my light on.
Is on the phone. Just need to add to your media. Okay.
Proud boys ready for a civil war. 70 million on civilians, y'all don't really wanna roll. Now that we stand divided, we fall. But happy y'all get.
Well, I'm just gonna put that one up there right now because I don't know how to get off the screen and do that without stopping.
But I'm still back in the blue. I can only believe it, but I support Amendment 2. They wouldn't let me join the army, but I fucks with our troops. Never been political, but Trump I fucks with his crew. Greatest president ever, nobody works like he do. So many positive accomplishments.
Hey Mickey, hey.
We gon' fight for it too, and we gon' take this shit to trial. We gon' follow the clues. We tired of the witch trials and your fake ass news. Y'all can burn, loot, and murder. Everything is all cool, but if you come up for a rally, then they claim you a fool. Fuck that. We the people, we gon' fight for our rights. We gon' stand for voter fraud. They stole that shit overnight. Infuse the fraudulent ballots, but it's gon' come to the light. Just stand back and stand by. Make sure you ready to fight. It's civil war, locked and loaded, ready for a civil war. Don't try to tread on me or threaten me, cause I will brawl. And now that we stand divided, we
I see you. Hey girls, hey.
it's on and it's on. Proud boys ready for a civil war. 70 million on civilians, y'all don't really wanna roll. And now that we stand divided, we fall. But happy y'all gon' get
Well, we were
fucked
buying,
up,
gonna buy flowers. We walked in there and there was no flowers.
Well, you know what? Chocolates and berries are always better than flowers.
I was just sitting right there. I go, hey, I'll just get a couple of these.
No.
Sherry's been staring at them for the last 40 minutes.
Well, she's loved them.
All
right, let's get some Jesus, y'all.
Oh, right. We got
Oh, the little kids were here today. It ain't
Jesus is
nothing.
my Valentine.
Yeah, I really don't think they did their best work today.
Well, you know what? I would just want to say I want to thank the Metro Police Department for, they put themselves in so much danger here in D.C. for not many times because they do not prosecute a lot of the violent offenders, which continually put these men and women in harm's way. I know 3 were shot, and their families are in our prayers because they do keep us safe. I know sometimes I'm flippant about it, and I do apologize, but y'all honestly, you make my husband sleep better that y'all are down here on the corner and he knows that y'all are watching me. So thank y'all. And just stay safe out there. And I pray that the leaders that are on top of this district and all of that they consider this whole district, this whole territory. It's not even a city. And I pray that they. Okay, so, and at any rate, I do thank y'all. I see y'all everywhere, and thank y'all for what y'all do.
Happy Valentine's, y'all. God bless you.
Kansas City.
That's absolutely right. Once again,
Little kids trying.
I know. That's also a place where violent crime is not prosecuted to the way that it's supposed to be. Our guys here in D.C.
We have a special treat tonight. Taylor Jonatakis is going to lead us in prayer. Okay. Hey.
Hello. All right, I'll go ahead and lead the prayer. Our dear Father in heaven, we gather today at this vigil and inside of the D.C. Department of Correction jail, also known as the D.C. Gulag. Father, we gather and we recognize your hand in all things, and we recognize the abundance that you've blessed this earth with, and we recognize that it's our human frailties that prevent us from all experiencing that abundance that our brothers and sisters lack because of our selflessness, which is in turn a form of selfishness. Father, we ask thee to please be with all those who are struggling and all those who are dealing with challenges and who are trying to find themselves in the midst of this horrible, chaotic storm that our country is going through and that, frankly, the entire world's going through. Father, we recognize that the blood of the saints has cried to you for justice for many, many centuries. And we ask that you allow us in our lifetime to see some justice. We ask you to allow us to, in our individual lives, to see thy hand in all things and to recognize when it is that we're being chastened by you to learn a lesson and when it is that it's our brothers and sisters that cause us harm. Father, please help us to confront our accusers and our adversaries that we might make peace with them and be peacemakers and be known as the children of God. Father, we ask this and we ask a blessing upon all those January 6ers spread throughout the prisons across the country, that your spirit descend upon them and that they set forth an example in the prisons of good behavior, that we might be held without reproach. Father, we also ask you to please bless Mickey's dad as he's struggling with health conditions that are combined. Prayer for her and her family and for him be answered with peace upon their souls and an understanding in your divine providence. And Father, we say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Taylor. We're going to say the pledge now.
Okay.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All the way.
Beautiful. All right. How you
I
doing
love it,
tonight,
you guys.
Taylor? That was beautiful.
Did you ask how I was doing?
I said, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm actually a little beat up today. We went and played indoor rec. We played indoor rec. We went and played basketball at indoor rec, and I took a couple pretty big falls. I stubbed my toe, I hurt my elbow, so I'm a little gimpy this evening. Yeah, I'm a little gimpy. But I will say, however, Joseph and Johnny, the new guys that are here, it's sure nice to have a couple other nice ballers on the court to help spread the load for scoring all the points. So it's pretty exciting.
I'm glad that y'all got to get out and express a little bit of that pent-up energy.
Oh my gosh, we were playing 7 versus 7 for a while there. I mean, we had like, I don't know, 19 or 20 people that went down to rec. It was pretty fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was really fun. So I wanted to share the wisdom of the Fountainhead, but I think I might wait till tomorrow to read this particular one just so I don't get it cut short at all.
Okay.
But I did it. I got the pamphlet. I've just been. It's been years since I've listened to Dan Bongino on any kind of a regular basis, and you can hardly say I listen to him on a regular basis in here, but every now and then when I do my little walking exercise, I'll turn on the radio and I'll listen to Dan Bongino, and I got to catch him today, and I caught him yesterday too. I guess I've been catching him more often than not recently. And today he was talking about the Russiagate debacle again. And it was in response to yesterday, Michael Schellenberger, Matt Taibbi, and I do not remember the third author, but they wrote an article essentially saying, and I'm summarizing, but that the CIA, through the connections with Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, got the Five Eyes countries, the different countries that we share intelligence with at a high level, to use the same technology and the same infrastructure that we use to spy on foreigners. They asked them to use that same technology, essentially what they use when they get a FISA warrant, to spy on American citizens. And that list of the list of people they were spying on was, the names we all know: Donald Trump, Carter Page, Paul Manafort, but it also included Rudy Giuliani, it included Ted Cruz, amongst a whole series of other people that were considered allied with Donald Trump. And but what happened was the CIA used the Five Eyes intelligence countries to give tips to the FBI in order to go get those FISA warrants to more thoroughly spy on American citizens. And I don't know if you guys remember when Donald Trump did that interview, 60 Minutes with Leslie Stahl. Do you remember that? When he goes, Leslie, they spied on my campaign. And she goes, no, they didn't. There's no evidence of that. This is 60 Minutes. I can only report what's real. Right? Which completely, by the way, the mainstream media, for those of us that have been in the know for a while, I mean, it's just discredited every which way from Sunday, right? It really actually surprises me when serious people take mainstream news seriously. Right? It makes me question if they're actually serious people or not, because it's all propaganda to one degree or another. I mean, it's just so blatantly obvious. It's actually stunning that people don't recognize it more intensely, right? But anyways, so Leslie Stahl, during the interview, Trump says, they spied on my campaign. It's the biggest scandal ever. The second biggest scandal was covering up for Joe Biden, right? So anyways, Dan Bongino expressed, and this is there was nothing new revealed to the people who follow this. On my podcast, The Peasant's Perspective, I had 375 hours plus. I don't remember. It might have been 500 hours. I don't know. The episodes were always over 2 hours long, and I had a couple hundred of them. But the whole impetus for me doing that podcast was I was so disgusted by what was going on with Spygate, Russiagate. And even with my minor background in political science, I remember I was reading the CNN app one time, because I used to think CNN was middle-of-the-road news. When I was in college, it was like CNN was in the middle, MSNBC on the left, and Fox News on the right. Well, one day I'm reading CNN, and I was always broadly read, so it's not like I just honed in on any one news source. But I'm going through all the Spygate stuff, like when it was first coming out, and I'm like, there's no sources. There's no links for me to click on. There's no people's names for me to vet. I'm like, I'm literally just reading, like, cut sheets, there's nothing that I'm reading here. And so I ended up deleting the app, and that was it for CNN for me, because once you lose me once, I'm not going to let you fool me over and over and over and over again, right? So anyways, Dan Bongino explained that the Russiagate got started with Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, and it became kind of the insurance policy if Hillary didn't get in. Obviously, Hillary did not get in 2016, various reasons for that. And so then they executed the insurance policy. But Trump caught him in the act, fired James Comey, set off a firestorm. Oh, by the way, one of the people on the list of people that they were spying on was Jeff Sessions himself, right? So they got him to recuse himself from the investigation, of which he would have ultimately opened the folder and seen himself in there, right? I mean, of course they pressured him every which way from Sunday to recuse himself from that investigation. Heaven forbid he find out they were actually spying on him, right? So anyways, and then the Russiagate thing blossoms into the Ukraine game, because they used Ukraine in order to do some of the spying, and they funneled money through Ukraine, and of course we all know that Joe Biden's involved with Ukraine. And I always never intended to bring up this kind of stuff on the Visual, but it's just so patently obvious at this point. It's almost a disservice not to bring this up. We have to speak the truth, otherwise it will be forgotten. Donald Trump was impeached because he went sniffing around Ukraine, and what was he going to find in Ukraine? the sources and the methods and the money of the Russiagate spy, right? So they impeached him, and then while they impeached him, what happened? COVID started to break out in Wuhan. Which, what did we find out later? We funded COVID. Oh my goodness. And pre-planned for it, right? It was like they were all ready to go with the COVID stuff, and then that led, of course, to the 2020 election, which, of course, led to January 6th. So I'm sitting here listening to Dan Bongino today, and I've been listening to him the last couple days where he's been talking about January 6th and the pipe bomb and the fact that the pipe bomb may not have been there overnight like they told us and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, what would have happened had there not been any reaction from the crowd on January 6th? It looks like, and this is where I'm just inserting an opinion, it looks like, and I believe Bongino shares it, I'm kind of echoing his, it looks like they were going to use the pipe bomb to delay the count of the electors regardless of what happened with the crowd that day.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Right? And I know that in my trial, when the chief of police testified, he said we had a, quote, security incident that caused us to evacuate my pets. He didn't say we had the riot, we had a mob. He could have said any number of things that would have implicated the crowd. Instead, he said a security incident, because we know, as a matter of fact, it was the pipe bombs being found at the DNC and the RNC that caused Mike Pence to be evacuated. Right? But they just kind of don't want to talk about that in our trials because, you know, the definition of a railroad is getting to a predetermined destination without any deviation, right? And so they don't want to talk about it. But ultimately, I'm listening to him today, and I'm like, January 6th is an extension of Ukraine Gate, which is an extension of Russia Gate, and Joe Biden sits in the middle of all of this. Amen. And then this week, to have the Department of Justice come out and say that Joe Biden had confident, top secret confidential documents, which is a crime. He was not the president. He wasn't allowed to have top secret documents outside of these skips, but he had them. He had them in bad locations. They were all over the place. He gave them to a ghostwriter. That means that by every definition, according to their own report, and they said they would have charged him, he did commit some serious crimes. He was a criminal before 2020.
Right.
Okay? But they're not going to charge him because, he's an old doddering man who doesn't have a great memory, and he can't remember when his son died, and he can't remember when he was vice president, so he would be sympathetic to a jury. Therefore, we're just gonna let him go. And I'm sitting here going, they say that this whole thing isn't political, but it sure smells like it's political. You know what I mean? Like, I hate the fact that I have to be in here wearing an orange jumpsuit to be able to point out the super obvious, and I have the most limited source of news you can imagine at this stage. Right? It's all out there. Everything is out there for you to know. Dan Bongino's written books. Julie Kelly's done research on January 6th. Peter Schweitzer's done the different investigations into Joe Biden. At a certain point, we the people step back, and I know that this is a slow process because it takes every single individual to do it, on their own. You step back and you go, what is it that I'm looking at here? What kind of knot of corruption and ball of corruption am I looking at here? Who authorized this? What is giving this thing life, right? Who is it that's allowing this to have such power over our lives? It's allowing us to get the programming on TV and to just buy every story as if we can't remember 3 days ago. You know what I mean? Like, it really, and I know that those of you that are listening here, everybody that listens to the Vigil for the most part except for the fuzz, right? You guys understand how we got here, and that's why you're incensed by what happened on January 6th. Because January 6th was about so much more than just a riot at the Capitol, right? In the words of the BLMers, what's the phrase they use? A riot is the voice of the unhappy masses or something like that, right? I mean, this is your cue, folks. This is your cue. And then today, of all days, that they're trying to renew the FISA application, the 8, tell them what are they called? The 8 that in the House and that get all the massive intelligence. I can't remember what they're called. The 8 people. They're like, hey, we got to renew FISA really fast. There's a Russian threat. It might have to do with space. And it's like, pump the brakes, guys. Pump the brakes, right? Pump the brakes. You spied on Trump. That's unresolved.
Right.
Was telling me today that there's a judge in one of the January 6th cases that openly acknowledged that he was friends with Peter Strzok and that he sat on the FISA court, and he was basically essentially saying, and I'm putting words in someone else's mouth, so they're just here saying it's nonsense if it didn't happen, but essentially saying, Yeah, I know it's all corrupt, but, we're still going to put you in jail.
Right.
You have 1 minute remaining.
You guys have a good cause, and, yeah, it's corrupt, but, we don't like the way you went about doing it. And I have to ask myself, and I absolutely abhor violence, and I do not think that our problems can be solved with violence. They have to be solved by every individual removing their consent and their sanction from this ball of corruption, the tentacles that control our lives, right? But at a certain point, you just have to step back and you have to remove yourself. You've got to say, hey, congressmen, senators, I'm going to write you incessantly. No more FISA. No more top secret. No more smoky rooms. We want to know everything. You've got to let us know. Otherwise, we're going to do everything we can to primary you, everything we can to vote you out, and we're going to listen to the Vigil and give them 1 million views a day because you've got to stop what's going on. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. GiveSendGo.com/John Attackus Family Help, and love you guys so much.
Love you, Taylor.
Great, amazing Patriot.
Thank you. Bye.
Happy birthday, silly for him.
Patriot Paul, thank you so much for the cash app.
Always good to see you.
Any songs tonight?
Everybody, I love you each and every day. Always praying for your joy and happiness always. I saw a message up here from a name I don't really know.
Comfortable with being
My phone is
uncomfortable.
zipped.
We have to stand
You're still in the
and we are given a charge to fight for your family, fight for your home, fight for your brother, fight for your sister, for your sister, for your sister. Fight for your family, fight for your family. Welcome to the Freedom Convoy. Fight for your family, fight for your family. Welcome to the Freedom Convoy.
Thanks everybody for joining us. In case you're new here, we're getting a lot of new people.
Freedom Convoy, commies can't run away. Too many 18-wheelers in the way. Block them off till the mandates go away. Fight for the freedom in the USA. Hey, truckers need the gas, time to fill up on the tanks. Wish you call me would run up, I'ma catch a case. Shout out to Eric Trump or Trump A. Trump Jr. getting poppin' like an AK. If a commie in the way, blow the horn on him. If a commie in the way, blow the horn on him. Hey, commies better move before I run their ass over. Big boy truck, a red hat, I'm the coldest. USA flag wrapped all around the truck. Cover up the block, cause we all had enough. Justin, you a snake body, you don't want no problems. We gon' sit outside till your ass out of office. Looks like the government is tyrant. Looks like Joe Biden in retirement. Burning down their narrative with a fireman. We're here to save our country before they fire it.
She's by herself. You can get her address and everything. We'll put that up here.
But I gotta get fly. Nose the train popping, got the world going live. Truckers outside, been the camp in the back. Hey, we will not leave till we get our freedom back. Hey, shotty in the truck if I left you running up. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I still don't give a fuck. Hey, why should I be nice if you're taking all the rights? Hey, we ain't got a choice, but the show we ain't nice. If I call me in the way.
Sherry and me were gonna buy some flowers, but they were all out and they were right there. I go, hey, these look like what we're gonna.
Hello, Patriot.
What's going on, Patriots? How are you?
We're doing good. Just letting you know you're breaking up already.
Just came in here.
Breaking up already, huh?
That's a little better.
Can't remember her name.
Alright, let's see if this gets any better. Let me know if I keep on breaking up.
Okay, you're sounding good right now.
Alright, cool. So what's new on your end?
Well, we've had a lot of tragedies happen in the world today. 3 DC police were shot, and 22 people at a Super Bowl parade were shot, including 11 children.
One was killed.
One was killed.
I heard about that. Obviously, prayers are going out.
Yes.
It's as far as the DC guy who, I guess the report that I got was that he was being given a warrant for his arrest for
mistreating an animal or something like that, and then he just went off the deep end and started shooting cops. What's crazy about that is he'll probably get less time than I'm looking at. So, I mean, on his end, that's always...
Not to mention there were about 12 pit bulls in the house.
Yeah. So, I mean, you mean pit bulls? You don't say. I could have never guessed that one.
Exactly. Yes, pit bulls.
So, so it's okay. You can treat, you can torture dogs and, have dogs set up in fighting rings and, you can shoot police, but, heaven forbid you, protest at the, Capitol.
Heaven forbid you try to exercise your First Amendment right to free speech.
Heaven forbid you try to, right or wrong that's a fraudulent election, because, in my eyes, there's nothing worse than a fraudulent election in a free country like America. Because if it can happen here, then it can happen anywhere else, and it's the beginning of the end in my eyes.
The beginning of the
end. Good old Joe. Speaking about, Mayorkas is gone, or not gone, but he is officially impeached. And the other thing I heard is Russia. They can. We have like an imminent attack coming from space now. So now the space Russians are coming. So that's not just trying to take away from the impeachment, or take away from Joe Biden's lack of I don't know common sense or mental stability.
And it's
not at all.
And it's such an imminent threat, they don't feel necessary to tell the American people why.
Yeah, well, of course not. Why would we? What would be funny is if this whole imminent threat was actually Russia showing proof that the CIA or FBI actually did interfere with the election.
Imagine that.
That's one of the theories out there that I've been told while I was in here, is that they kept on claiming Russian interference, and there was technically, but Russia was in there, poking around, and then at the same time they found the algorithm that that the American government has implanted or whatever. So they couldn't really say that they have them caught dead to rights, because otherwise they know that Russia would just be like, yeah, but you guys were the ones who did it, not us.
Exactly.
But that's one of the theories. That's one of the theories on one of the gentlemen in here has told me. I said, okay, well, that's one of the theories. But yeah, what else is going on?
Well, if no one's told you today, happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. I'm very, very upset, by the way, because I had a poem that I was gonna sing or say to my Valentine, that I wanted to ask her if she was my Valentine about 2 weeks ago, and it was a counter protester out there. So, but she's not here. So that's the same.
I really expected her to be here tonight to spend this special day with us, but she disappointed us.
I know, right? That's a shame. There's always next time.
That's right.
There's always next time. What else? What is going on today? Still haven't heard from my lawyer, so that's awesome. you know, and technically, Carol isn't on my docket. So, you know, I kind of explained some things to her about what was going on and what I found out for 2 years now, or a year and a half at least, that I found out that was in my discovery, and that no lawyer has found out, or dares even like, no lawyer that I've had yet will even question, like, hey, you know, where did this come from? Hey, where did that come from? Because I keep on hearing about this FISA stuff, and I'm telling everyone, I know that there's a $1 billion lawsuit out there right now with this guy Larry Klayman, who no one can get in touch with out of Florida. But and he says he can prove that the Patriot Act and everything was used illegally on American citizens, and facial recognition was used and this and that. But I can almost tell you that I have proof that Patriot Act and FISA non-warrants were used and everything else. And there's just things that really don't make sense as far as my case goes. And I wish someone just had the stones to question it. Because my public defender certainly doesn't. He won't even start to go down that road. I said, but here it is. It's right here. It's not like it's a conspiracy theory. Here's the document right here. I'm looking at it. Well, yeah, but you don't know where that came from. Neither do you. How about you ask? It's not a big thing. How about you ask? Because I know exactly how I wanted to. I certainly never wanted to, plead guilty to 14 felonies, but I'm gonna laugh at the judge if he actually thinks that we're just going there for sentencing, because there's a lot of questions that need to be answered on the record. And I'm not listening to my lawyers anymore when they say, oh, no, you can't say that, or no, you can't do that, or no, you can't say that. The hell I can. I should have done it from day one. But, hopefully, as they call it, the hopium is still alive and true over here. And, guys are saying, well, worst case scenario, we're what, 11 months? 11 months and counting. So, it is what it is. Unless they steal another one. And in that case, then who knows what happens. But I'm just going to put it out there. I think the worst possible thing that the Republicans can do ever is put in impeachment for Biden. Let him run.
Why?
I mean, why wouldn't you? Let him run. No one's going to vote for that dude.
Exactly.
Anyone out there, it doesn't, all you have to do is, honestly, keep Trump from stepping on his own toes, which he does. He's certainly not a politician. So, which is why we hired him, and it's why we want to get things done, but at the same time, easy does it. So, I think it's an easy win come next year, and I think we just need to let the cards, not let the cards fall where they may, but we just need to keep on exposing things. And what they really need to do is release this footage. I've been waiting 3 years for this footage to be released. I think more than anything else. If we get a little grassroots and get another few people starting to really start to release this footage, that would be that really needs to happen. But the problem is that the Republicans and the Democrats are both using us as political pawns. So, and if they're not going to allow us to get out of here earlier, sooner than the election, then they need to at least, and I would call out, if anyone sees or anyone goes to the Capitol Hill, call out MPG, call out, whoever's on our side, call them out and say, listen, what we really need is to start these lawsuits and get them on the docket as far as civil suits. That's what we really need right now, is to start these civil suits up, get them on the docket, get these lawyers, get them down here, get them talking to us. I know I have thousands and thousands of pages of paperwork of mistreatment, not just to J6ers, but to, I have enough paperwork to shut down these, both DC and Northern now, or clean house, as far as some of this management. And they're just going to keep on doing whatever they want. It's a few select people, as far as the DC jail goes and Northern Act, the few select people that have that full rank and have the ability to sweep things under the rug. And the only thing that's going to get it out there is civil suits. That's it. I hate to, that's the only thing that's going to get out there. I've literally proven I can break out 100 pieces of paper and on IGP forms and prove 7-8 different lawsuits. And it ranges from mistreatment to medical mistreatment to guards doctoring DOT paperwork to
you have 1 minute remaining.
The list just goes on and on. I started to write it out today, and it's just it's there. All we need is the right person to pick it up. So, and I know that they're going to be, coming out the woodwork as soon as Trump wins. What we need to do is start case law now. It can be on the docket, or it can be on the docket for a year. And just build it up. But anyway, we got less than a minute.
I must ask
we have hopefully. I'm trying to figure out who's just going to jump on here next. Hopefully, I can grab someone in. But if you guys have give me 5 minutes, and I'll try to find someone else to jump on here. But I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Well, he didn't let me ask him a question. But that's pretty typical for Quaglin and most men I know. But either way, it's always tough out here. I do have to say, I feel like the effort on the corner is not sufficient. Do y'all feel like this chalk representation, I feel like it was like a side thought.
Yeah, it was not their best effort.
It wasn't the best effort. I feel really insulted.
Yeah.
Where's
so,
the money, Nicole?
Well, I have it. I have it.
I was hoping
but I don't. I mean, they want to say stuff like this. The fact of the matter is that we scramble every month to make sure that we're in DC. And we walk in faith that we're going to be able to be here. And it's not easy to be here. We were all just talking about it. DC has a heavy presence, and to be able to deal with it every day does take a toll. and to deal with a lot of the trauma that families and these inmates go through, in knowing all of those stories. And at this point, we're looking at over 1,300 of our countrymen going through this and their families. So these are thousands of people in your neighborhood, thousands of people in your state. These are your countrymen. And what this government is doing to them is not singular to even the Reffitt family, because they've torn my family completely apart. And it's not just my family. It is, at this point, so many. And I do not take that for granted. And I understand that my pain is not singular. And I know that each day that all of us have to navigate through these waters of Jan 6 is, it's important that we do have each other. And it's important that we do have this Jan 6 community, because one thing I do know about this government is they do not want us organized. They do not want us talking to each other. They do not want us to count on each other. They want us to count on them.
That's right.
And we cannot allow that to happen.
They want us to count on their pharmaceuticals.
Exactly. We have to be brave enough to stand for ourselves and our countrymen. And we have to be brave enough to stand up for that every day.
Amen.
And, you know, sometimes we talk about how hard it is to get out of the basement, or how hard it is to get out here on the corner, or how hard it is to get into the courtroom, how hard it is for all of it. And it is hard. But what is happening and what is coming is going to be harder. And we cannot allow the heaviness of what is happening to bring us down. We have to rise above. We have to walk in faith. We have to don the armor of God every day, because I know that all of you out there are praying for us here. And we do have a hedge of protection around us. And I'm so thankful for that.
Amen.
And my husband is very thankful for that. My husband's also very thankful for these brave men and women who guard us here at night, because they do. And they put their lives at risk every day here for an area that does not reward their work. They can try to protect us as much as they want, but when you have a catch and release system the way that they do here in DC, and they do not prosecute these violent offenders because they are so busy prosecuting MAGA grandmas, MAGA grandpas, future people that covet our Constitution. And they are putting themselves out there. And they had 3 of their people shot today. And that is something I don't discredit. That is not something I am sad. I'm sad for their families. I'm sad for their families because those people that shot them are their repercussions. Because is there room in this judicial system in DC to even prosecute them, because you're too busy prosecuting Jan 6ers? Because they've told us time and time again in these courtrooms that the deterrent and the safety to the community is to detain Jan 6ers, not the violent criminals. Because we've heard Judge Kelly say you can swipe the counters at Walgreens and CVS, and it is not as much as a danger to the community as a Jan 6er.
Wow.
Think about that. A danger to the community. No, sir. No, you are not going to say that to me, because that is not a danger to the community. When a woman, a mother, cannot go in and get diapers and formula for her child wherever she lives, that is a danger to her and her child. You are worried about you and your system and your government. You are not worried about the fellow man. We are worried about our countrymen. You are worried about yourselves.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Who is this? Where are we? It's just me.
Oh, hi, just me.
Valentine's Day!
Oh, hi. Do what?
They said Happy Groundhog's Day.
Happy Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, and we hope all the snakes got let free. And
oh, my bad. I thought this was Valentine's Day. I was thinking to confess my undying love to my wife, Tammy.
Oh wait,
Everybody knew. I'm sorry. I'll say that for another day. I guess I called on the wrong day. I didn't know. My bad.
Oh, by the way, it is also Valentine's Day as well as Groundhog Day.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll confess my undying love to Tammy. I love you.
Until when?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Until you
Until
die.
the end of the days, or the earth, or infinity, whatever. Yeah. So I died.
You bought me the prettiest gift. Thank you. I'll show it to you later.
I bet I did.
I'll tell you all
Anyways,
about
I
it
just want to say Happy Valentine's to you and everybody else out there. I hope you all had a great Happy Valentine's Day. And anyway, that's about it for me. I just wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day. I love you, Tammy.
I love you.
Francis wants to speak, so I'm going to hand it over to him and let him talk a little bit. All right?
All right.
Love you.
Love you.
I don't love you.
Yeah. Oh, Tammy? Is that the mic? You gotta click it, or?
Hello.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Hey, how are you, Miss Tammy?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm trying. Have a wonderful group of people here around us. Cool, the guards and staff and all that. Wonderful J6 people here. Couldn't ask for a better place for being what it is with the people here that make it fun and easier. So.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you? Where are you from? Do you have kids? Are you married? All those good things.
Yeah, sure. I'm from Iran. I moved here with my family in the year 2000. My dad is Farhad here. He's with me as well. I'm an engineer, so is he. We both had careers, all that good stuff, and we, had to come deal with whatever this stuff is. Do not have any kids, no wife and all that yet. Busy just, working and building stuff and all that good stuff I had happening. And now I'm here with a great group of people, just trying to get this stuff finished up,
Welcome! Welcome to Freedom Corner, and welcome to the Patriot Pod.
Thank you. Yeah, Scooter's a great dude.
I like him. I think I'm going to keep him for a little while. So I guess I'm just letting the federal government borrow him for a little bit of time.
Pardon me, say it again?
I said I'm just letting the federal government borrow him for a little bit of time.
Yeah, the first night we got here, it was I think 1 a.m. They moved us here, and all the guys, including Scooter, came over. They brought us food and snacks and stuff to sustain us. The trays obviously aren't the greatest, so we're very thankful for that. They're very helpful and kind people.
That's awesome. Yeah, we try to make sure, that everybody feels welcome and comfortable when they come in, because it is a very overwhelming situation, and it's overwhelming for you guys in there, and it's also overwhelming for family members on the outside to just figure out everything, like the apps and the different places that you have to put money for commissary and the tablet and the phone and all of that stuff. So we try to lessen the pain a little bit at the very beginning. So I'm glad that they were kind to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely a whole new life here in terms of setting up your systems, whether it be support systems or food or clothing. It's a whole new thing you have to figure out. Definitely takes a minute to get everything set up, but again, with the help of these super kind people, it's a lot easier. Now, I mean, I personally don't have kids and all that, so I couldn't imagine having children and being here. So those guys are real tough for being able to do what they do.
Yeah, it's a unique situation that we have with the J6 pod and you guys being able to all be housed together, which is a blessing. There's so many little blessings that we have in this really nightmare situation, but I for one am very thankful that you guys are all together and not really exposed to the rest of the inmates in the jail for the most part once you get to the Patriot pod, at least.
And I got to cut in, guys. This is Dominic, and I've just got to say it's really good that we're not exposed to the other pod, particularly when we're playing basketball, because it is not quite regrettable, but certainly not Sports Center top 10 worthy. But we did have a good game today. I know James Grant and I wanted to get on tonight and admit that unfortunately we lost the first round, won the second round, but we were grateful for a little afternoon rec today. Got to play basketball, some foosball, and I just walked up and my friend saying hello to everybody. He's an awesome guy. Dad is too. We're glad to have him, and hopefully you guys are getting acquainted with all the new guys that are here in the pod. I think we're treating them with the same respect and welcome that was given to me when I got here. And happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there.
Valentine's Day.
Of course. And we do accept, I know, Francis, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure we'd welcome some belated Valentine's Day cards if any Patriot ladies out there want to send them to us. We'd welcome them.
We are getting that January 6th Singles Hotline Network set up, so...
there we go.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have that set up by the next holiday.
Awesome. And I wanted to also put it out there, guys, not to speak over Francis' time, but I did just finish another article today recounting what happened to Daniel Ball's teeth at FCC Petersburg. And I know that kind of parlays with one of my previous articles, but if anybody's interested in help, it's about a 5-page article, pretty detailed, covering some egregious behavior that happens not just at FCC Petersburg, but the J6 detainees all over America and around here to the DC Gulag. So if you have a newsletter, if you know of any sympathetic reporters that would be interested in getting copies of the work that's being done in here as a member of the writing club, like Francis and his father, I know there's a lot of good work in here, and we'd love anybody that's willing to help us get our work out there. So shoot me a message on the GTL Getting Out app. I've got a great article I'd love to share, and happy to be here with the guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Aww, happy Valentine's Day.
Hello? They gave it back to me. I didn't know I was getting back on.
Hey, you're live.
Hello, I'm live again. Hello. I figured they would finish the phone call. I guess not.
Yeah, I think that it was Francis, right?
Yeah, Francis.
Yeah. Francis had said all he wanted to say, and then Dominic Box interrupted him, and here we are with you. So share us something really special with us now. Special. And personal, maybe. Share a personal, special story.
Risque, maybe.
Well, I was going to, but it's Grandma Day, so once again, I was going to confess my dying love.
I have a really cute picture of Brian. He likes to sleep in the middle of the bed like this. He won't let me show it to you, though. I won't show it. I'll just describe it.
Are y'all, what? Don't be showing naked pictures of me.
I didn't show it.
Are you showing naked pictures of me?
No, I just described what you were
I said
like while you were
risque.
laying there.
Okay.
I didn't say that you were naked. You're the one that's putting all your business out there now.
You'll be fighting all the women off, so
I know, that's why I didn't show it. I was just describing it.
Jesus.
They call him third leg
Where did I get
in
these
some
women
areas. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I love you too. Hey, how far away, not to change the subject or anything, but how far away was that shooting from y'all today?
Well, most
Half a
shootings
mile.
around DC are about...
It's 0.3 miles.
0.3 miles from us. So
0.3 mile?
Yeah.
Hang on. Is he still
I don't
barricaded in the house?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so because we have so much law enforcement here tonight. So they were all over there, and then they got stationed over here.
You know, Brian, it's Nicole. My guy that was in Oklahoma sent me a message, and it was like, how far are you from the standoff? And I'm like, what standoff? You know, and he's, you know, I know that y'all worry about us in these.
I thought it was Juniper. But when you're like stressed, and then you exhaust, it changes. And then you crave certain things.
Please start falling in the cold wind blow.
Yeah, I've read up.
You'll soon get covered by the wind and snow.
The simple carbohydrates and sugar.
Birds start singing when the spring rolls by.
Lights up that same place in my brain that cookies.
Flowers bloom through the thawing ground.
Rocket Rock, these things right here, they are very delicious. Got some kind of meat in it and spice. Boy, they're really good.
When you love somebody,
Yeah.
It's back up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the sun starts shining when you let it all go. There's a certain kind of hurting only time can heal. That's a pretty good picture of the way I feel. I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. I ain't saying that you never took a toll on me.
Kind of like a hot pot.
For what it's worth, I can finally see that I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. Yeah, I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot
Hi, Carol. Hi, Ricky. Should be having a roll call here in a minute.
Yeah, that's a good place to leave. I'm bringing them over there.
rivers running like deep, deep scars. Carrying the life down through my face. Is it crazy that I'm grateful for all the pain? 'Cause I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. I ain't saying that you never took a toll on me. And for what it's worth, I can finally see that I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. Yeah, I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free.
It's like a little, kind of like a pie with spices in it. It's really good. I could eat tons of it. Rebecca always brings really good food. We're going to have roll call.
Oh, did I get food on you? I'm so sorry. I just rubbed my food on Sherry.
Getting smeared with food over here.
But it's good food.
Sherry! Oh,
She's doing it.
Hey! I'm just gonna say I love it. Well, then she definitely won't use it. So yeah, tell her I love
Snacks,
it.
maybe like a bouquet.
Sounds amazing.
That's so cute.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the roll call. Lives lost on January 6th. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, and the following day, Officer Brian Sicknick. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Those detained: Justin Adams,
Hero.
Michael Adams,
Hero.
Thomas Adams,
Hero.
Tommy Allen, Chris Albert, Russell Alfred,
Hero.
Noah Bacon, Edward Badalion, Daniel Ball, Thomas Ballard, Logan Barnhart,
Hero.
Richard Barnett,
Hero.
Pauline Bauer,
Hero.
Julio Bequero,
Hero.
Matthew Bedingfield,
Hero.
Luke Bender,
Hero.
Joe Biggs,
Una single mother.
Aiden Billiard,
Hero.
Craig Bingert,
Hero.
Joshua Black,
Hero.
Matthew Bledsoe,
Hero.
Kenneth Bonowitz,
Hero.
Dominic Box,
Hero.
Brandon Bradshaw, Larry Brock,
Hero.
Jeffrey Brown,
Hero.
Jeremy Brown,
Hero.
Mark Brew,
Hero.
Jennifer Boot. How do you say her last name, Tammy? One more time. Jennifer Boutois, Daniel Caldwell,
Hero.
William Calhoun,
Hero.
Jared Cantrell,
Hero.
Jacob Clark,
Hero.
Cal Clayton,
Hero.
Stephen Capuccio,
Hero.
Billy Cressman,
Hero.
Reed Christensen, Dylan Cronin,
Hero.
Josiah Colt,
Hero.
Mason Corson,
Hero.
Bruno Kua,
Hero.
Matthew De Silva,
Hero.
James Davis,
Hero.
Nicholas DeCarlo,
Hero.
Nathan DeGraves,
Hero.
David Dempsey,
Hero.
Lucas Denny,
Hero.
Robert Dennis,
Hero.
Timothy DeJargan,
Hero.
Michael Dickinson,
Hero.
Caleb Dillard,
Hero.
Joshua Doolin,
Hero.
Israel Easterday,
Hero.
Michael Eckerman,
Hero.
James Elliott,
Hero.
Daniel Egvet,
Hero.
Brandon Fellows,
Hero.
Kyle Fitzsimon,
Hero.
Kevin Galetto,
Hero.
Mitchell Gardner,
Hero.
Robert Gieswein,
Hero.
David Gietzen,
Hero.
Vincent Gillespie,
Hero.
Vitaly Gostinkowski,
Hero.
Jeffrey Grace,
Hero.
James Grant,
Hero.
Matthew Green,
Hero.
Brian Gunderson,
Hero.
Joseph Hackett,
Hero.
Stacy Haggard,
Hero.
Kenneth Harrelson,
Hero.
Johnny Harris,
Hero.
Richard Harris,
Hero.
Joshua Haynes,
Hero.
Donald Hazard,
Hero.
Albuquerque Head,
Hero.
Andrew Hernandez,
Hero.
Joshua Hernandez,
Hero.
Eric Herrera,
Hero.
Joseph Howell,
Hero.
Joshua Hughes,
Hero.
Jared Hughes,
Hero.
Joseph Hutchinson,
Hero.
Matthew Huddle,
Hero.
Brian Jackson, Shane Jenkins,
Hero.
Douglas Jensen,
Hero.
Justin Jersey,
Hero.
Joshua Johnson,
Hero.
Zachary Johnson,
Hero.
Taylor Jonatakis,
Hero.
David Judd,
Hero.
Leo Kelly,
Hero.
Ryan Kelly,
Hero.
Julian Cater,
Hero.
Frederico Klein,
Hero.
Hero.
Matthew Kroll,
Hero.
Nicholas Langren,
Hero.
Daniel Layden,
Hero.
Joseph Layden,
Hero.
Luke Lent,
Hero.
Michael Lockwood,
Hero.
Joshua Lawler,
Hero.
Kevin Lyons,
Hero.
Marcus Malley,
Hero.
Christian Manley,
Hero.
Cody Matisse,
Hero.
James Malt,
Hero.
Hero.
Christopher Moyer,
Hero.
Mark Mazza,
Hero.
Ronald Maccabee,
Hero.
Patrick McCoffey,
Hero.
James McGrew,
Hero.
Sean McHugh,
Hero.
Jeffrey McKillop,
Hero.
James McNamara,
Hero.
Connie Meggs,
Hero.
Kelly Meggs,
Hero.
Hero.
Jonathan Mellis,
Hero.
Hero.
Rodney Millstreet,
Hero.
Matthew Ryan Miller,
Hero.
Scott Miller,
Hero.
Jordan Mink,
Hero.
Robert Menuda,
Hero.
Hero.
Landon Mitchell,
Hero.
David Marshall,
Hero.
Robert Moores,
Hero.
Christopher Moynihan,
Hero.
Jonathan Munifo,
Hero.
Eric Munschel,
Hero.
Daryl Neely,
Hero.
Ryan Nichols,
Hero.
Christine Niemela,
Hero.
Gregory Nix,
Hero.
Hero.
Ethan Nordeem,
Hero.
Nicholas Ox,
Hero.
Grady Owens,
Hero.
Jason Owens,
Hero.
Joseph Padilla,
Hero.
Hero.
Robert Palmer,
Hero.
Nathan Phelan,
Hero.
Michael Perkins,
Hero.
Dominic Pizzola,
Hero.
Daniel Phipps,
Hero.
Mark Ponder,
Hero.
Jonathan Pollock,
Hero.
Olivia Pollock,
Hero.
Rachel Powell,
Rachel.
Sean Price,
Hero.
Joshua Pruitt,
Hero.
Chris Quaglin,
Hero.
Barry Ramey,
Hero.
Guy Reffitt,
Hero.
Zach Reel,
Hero.
Nariana Reiner,
Hero.
Stuart Rhodes,
Hero.
Howard Richardson,
Hero.
George
Hero.
Riley,
Hero.
Thomas Robertson,
Hero.
Michael Roberts,
Hero.
Michael Roche,
Hero.
Jonathan Rockholt,
Hero.
Daniel Rodriguez,
Hero.
Greg Rubenacker,
Hero.
Bobby Russell, Jeffrey Sable,
Hero.
Ryan Samsel,
Hero.
Hero.
Ronald Stanlin,
Hero.
Salvador Sandoval,
Hero.
Robert Sanford,
Hero.
Peter Schwartz,
Hero.
Benjamin Schuler,
Hero.
Daniel Scott,
Hero.
Christian Sikor,
Hero.
Hunter Seafried,
Hero.
Kevin Seafried,
Hero.
Alexandra Shepard,
Hero.
Thomas Sibick,
Hero.
Jeffrey Seals,
Hero.
Michaela Sly,
Hero.
Charles Smith,
Hero.
Tommy Smith,
Hero.
Hero.
Kelly Sorrell,
Hero.
Audrey Southern,
Hero.
Hatchet Speed,
Hero.
Yvonne St. Croix,
Hero.
Peter Stagger,
Hero.
Shelley Stallings,
Hero.
Patrick Stedman,
Hero.
Laura Steele,
Hero.
Tristan Stevens,
Hero.
John Strand,
Hero.
Tara Stottlemyre,
Hero.
Isaac Sturgeon, Alan Sweeney, Andrew Taki, Enrique Tario, Curtis Tate, George Tenney, Jacob Therese, Isaac Thomas, Kenneth Thomas, Devlin Thompson, Dustin Thompson, John Todd, Edward Vallejo, Salvador Vasalis, Jason Wallace, Eric Scott Warner, Jessica Watkins, William Watson, Matthew Webler, Thomas Webster, Bradley Weeks, Sandra Weir, Jack Witten, Anthony Williams, Riley Williams, Timothy Williams, Duke Wilson, Ricky Wilden, Shane Woods, Chris Worrell, Donnie Ray, John Wright, Douglas Wyatt, Gregory Yetman, Isaac Yoder, Kyle Young, and those we've lost to suicide: Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Ungst, Jordan Meacham. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You know, we're out here every night to get justice for those that were killed that day. And we're never going to let them forget her name.
That's right.
Ashley Babbitt! Ashley Babbitt! Ashley Babbitt! Ashley Babbitt!
Ashley Babbitt. 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 Ashley Babbitt.
Babbitt was a victim. I'm screaming USA.
Free the real Jan Sixers.
She's a patriot who was let down by the system. I'm screaming for the fallen so nobody will forget them. Air Force veteran
Wrapped in a Trump flag.
Trump 24. You know we about to run it back. Nothing will stop us. We about to get it right. They can try, but the storm is here from dark to light.
Ashley Babbitt. 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 Ashley Babbitt.
Shout out Nikki. We could never feel your pain, but just know your daughter's life won't be taken in vain. Shout out Sarah McAfee. Yeah, I'm sending you straight. I hope they let your husband out of that prison today. Ashley served in Afghanistan. She served in Iraq, and she died for her country from a senseless attack. Yeah, we waiting for justice, cause Ashley was innocent. Mainstream won't cover it. They all just too ignorant. If a white girl shot a black man, they would say that's different. But the story didn't fit the agenda they pitching. Rest in peace,
Ashley Babbitt.
We feeling your energy. Say her name.
Ashley Babbitt.
This song's for your memory. Rest in peace.
Ashley Babbitt. 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 Ashley Babbitt.
Amen, Gator. Amen.
Hey, welcome to the Echo Chamber, which is also Groundhog Day. What's going on?
I don't know. Out here, you know, we have some people that are in Echo Chamber, but we have a lot of feds too.
Really? Oh, funny. We have them in here too.
No I
I'm
feel
a troll
that.
and
I
a
feel
fed.
that.
Well, hold on. 3-minute warning coming up right now. Hold on.
3 minutes. Pass it to Mama Mickey.
And Wilma.
Who's Wilma?
Hey, so tell me about the the Fed stuff? What do you got? What's going on?
Oh, we just have a bunch of them on our live streams. You know, very interested in anything that you guys have to say or anything that we have to say. So, you know, we just never know really who they are. Kind of like you guys.
Gotcha. So basically just another day in the office.
Yes, always.
Always. Well, hello, Mr. Federal Person. Hi. Hope you enjoy the current events that we'll be talking about.
They do.
As you create
And they might learn something. They might learn something. So you know.
Well, they do learn. That is true. They do learn. So, all right.
All right. So, do you have any? We're going to tease now because we only got a couple minutes before the anthem. I've got a couple of things. Do you guys got anything, or am I running solo tonight?
Yeah, no, you're not following solo. Don't think that ever. We're behind you. Okay, so we have a couple of things about what the Arab countries are thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, but hold on. Tease me.
Yeah,
I like to tease because we got just a little bit. Okay,
Well,
so
I thought
Arab
it
countries.
was a good tease, actually. I don't know.
Just tussle my hair. That's all you gotta do. Tussle my hair.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Before we go any further, before my fiance has a cow, it is Valentine's Day, so you know I'm batting zero here. So 1 minute warning coming up right now. 1 minute. And happy Valentine's Day to you guys out there and to everybody listening, including the feds.
Hello.
Happy Valentine's Day, Fed.
All right.
We're going to eat extra chocolate-covered strawberries for the feds.
As soon as I said that, I lost my transmission.
Oh no. Me, la 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 la. Me. Me.
Oh, way up.
Me.
3, 2, 1.
What's so wrong with you? Who's brought stripes and who's far for the red box we watch. We're so long. And the rock is Free J6! Free J6! Free J6! Free J6!
Free J6! Woo! Beautiful. We're here.
I'm in front.
Just in case they were wondering.
Hey, hold on, almost back here. All right, I am back. So, what do you guys got?
All right.
Okay, so the multiple Arab countries, including United Arab Emirates, are stating they're starting to limit the access of the United States air bases in their aerospace. So during this conflict that we're having in the Red Sea, we now have the Arab countries saying that we can only fly in certain areas, which is very new to us.
Okay, so they're limiting our airspace in their countries, which is their sovereign countries, so they have every right to do that.
They do, but I don't believe since, the breakup of the big oil company back in the day, have we ever had limited anything in the Arab countries, except for Iran. So it's curious to me, in this state of affairs, as heightened as it is with the United States against Iran, and you know as well as I do, not everyone in the Middle East is on the side of Iran. What does that actually mean?
I don't know. We could hypothesize and theorize and say, let's say that there's a certain degree of orchestration going on, which one believes or one could think there could be. Is this something where all of these independent countries are trying to assert their sovereignty in order to kick the United States out of the Middle East? Whether it's Iran leading the charge or other countries supporting Iran, I don't have the answer to that. But it also could go right along with the BRICS system, because that's, from what I gather, of course we have Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But it's, from what I'm gathering, about 30 to 40 other countries from Africa and also the Middle East, including the Near East. And that they were all banding together in order to move to a gold-backed currency, which then gets rid of the petrodollar. So, this isn't just strategic. This is also monetary, economic, and it all goes hand in hand. All of this goes hand in hand.
It does. It does.
And I am not an economics person, so that's as far as I can really go with it.
Well, it's just interesting because, as much as people want to get away and get as far from fossil fuels as they can, at the end of the day, that is what rules a lot of the world. And when you are starting to be denied access to strategic areas and strategic positions in the Middle East, I kind of wonder what the mentality is. Not that I know, it's just that I know it must be a sign of something.
Right. Well, the other part of it is we have been holding our own oil reserves as quote-unquote strategic reserves, and we've been using the Middle East, even though we have all kinds of oil and natural gas everywhere from the Pennsylvania area to, of course, the Texas area. I'm from Colorado. There's some pump jacks there. Not to mention, what's in Alaska and the North Slope. I've been up there. Just the natural gas and hydrofracking, which I know has a bad name to certain, or bad rep in certain areas because of some hiccups. We do have our own reserves. Not even getting into coal. Coal's a whole other thing. I mean, Colorado runs on coal that's mined in the Paonia area on the western slope. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying all that region, Wyoming, all of that, the coal industry is really huge.
Yeah. I mean, there are coal trains that go into Denver that are 100 long 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've gotten stuck by, waiting for them, and I count them when I used to do this one part of the town. Anyways, okay, so long story short, the Arab countries are united together in order to severely limit our airspace, and that's the gist of it. Am I missing anything?
No, that's just all we really know right now. It's just something to put out there. What do you got?
Okay. I got a bunch of different things here. I've got, let's start with, when Tucker was in Russia, not only did he meet with Putin, but he also met with Snowden. And for those of you who don't know, Snowden is a NSA whistleblower. Tucker also potentially interviewed former Senate aide Tara Reid, who is the one that has accused Biden of sexual assault. And there's a rumor that Tucker also interviewed Julian Assange. So,
I haven't heard
just a rumor.
Assange thing. I love that.
Free Assange.
Yeah.
Free Assange.
Free Assange.
Okay, now hold on. Let me keep going. Keep coming.
We're keeping it.
You know what this was? Okay, the FBI refuses to turn over Seth Rich's laptop despite a court order. That's a couple days old, but I didn't have that one on my list, so that's another one.
I wonder if Debbie Wasserman Schultz has anything to do with that.
I don't know. I don't know. But I have to ask the Fed.
Hey, Feds, can y'all get
And, yeah, maybe they can, send you a tweet, or a text or something. All right, and this is a biggie that I got last night. So let me read this one off. Somebody by the name of Matt Taibbi, Taibbi. Okay, that's their Twitter name or Twitter handle or real name. Anyways, they said that the CIA targeted 26 Trump associates through surveillance, which the FBI then used to initiate the Russia hoax. The plan was stored in a large red binder, which Trump reportedly has. Basically, the FBI used this spying to get the FISA warrants, and the red binder has all the proof. The rumor is that this is why the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, was to get this very insidious red binder. Apparently this was being talked on both, actually all three, both Fox, Gateway Pundit, and Dan Bongino also talked about it as well. And from what we're gathering, they're not releasing all of the information. This is going to be a trickle out of information that comes out in installments. So somebody has said that they have seen Trump carrying a red binder, and also there was rumor of on Jan 6, as things were going on that day, Trump was seen carrying a red binder that he looked at the camera and kind of turned away, and it was a, what's he holding kind of thing. That's first I heard of that was today, believe it or not. Someone said, "Oh, do you remember this?" I go, "No, I did not know it." So that's what I got. Does that ring any bells with you guys?
Yes, and so you have a point of reference about who Matt Taibbi is. He is the Twitter Files guy. He's he's the whistleblower for Twitter Files. And so we've seen him testify a couple of times. So I would hold credence to anything he might put out, because
you have 1 minute remaining.
He's put himself at substantial risk for what he's already exposed.
Yeah, and the fact that Fox, Gateway Pundit, and Dan Bongino were talking about it, that means that this is real. So we'll wait for more. Before we go, you know where I'm going. Check out precinctstrategy.com. Also, check out tinapeters.us. Her trial's pushed back. And check out the documentary that I believe can be found at tinapeters.us called Selection Code. Please check that out. Thank you guys for all that you do out there in the free world.
Well, we got
and good.
Oh, we just got your back.
Okay. And happy Valentine's Day. God bless you guys. God bless America.
God bless
We love you. We love you.
Hey guys. Love you guys too.
Jeff.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day.
You too, baby.
Good.
Happy Valentine's
Thank you for
Day
using.
High kicks, everybody.
Yes.
You should have had enough chocolate to be able to do high kicks.
That's right.
I would like to say, that every day, this DOJ is on track to arrest over 400 American citizens this year for the events of January 6th. They arrested 3 today. They will continue to do this, and we really have to be hyper aware and be present in what's going on. And do not be afraid Do not be afraid. Stand up. Let your people know everywhere you go. We have political prisoners in the United States of America. Tell the people at your gas station, at your grocery store, and at your work and your place of worship. Just please, let's continue this message because it's not stopping.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. There ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
I know, like a king. Watch. She's really good at it. I'm really good at it. Alright, I'll sing for both of us.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas,
North Dakota. The Cannonball River turns rocks into cannonballs.
right down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Alright, here comes the ultimate chocolate kick.
I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All the way.
USA.
All the way.
USA.
All the way.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight on Valentine's Day. Oh, yay! We all did a good kick tonight, by the way. Kudos. Y'all are doing great. So if you don't have a Valentine, you can be my Valentine, and I'll be your Valentine, even though Brian is my special Valentine. But I will love you, and you can love me. How about that?
All right.
And I'm going to pray for you, and you pray for me, and all of us here, we love you, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Jericho says best kick ever.
All right, there, Freedom Corner and Gangsters. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't let the Betty Bugs bite. Thank you for joining us on Rumble, Getter, and YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you all. Good night.
Love you guys. Pray for us as we pray for you, and we will see you tomorrow night. Good night.
Love you all. Thank you